Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about pentatonic scales, how to play them, the most efficient way to learn them, and be able to transpose them in different keys. Now I want to talk a little bit about pentatonic scales because pentatonic scales is like the base of your soup or your cut of steak. It is the base of good guitar soloing and melodies, things like that. And when you start adding different scales to the pentatonic scale, like your diatonic scales, your different minor scales, melodic minor, harmonic minor, diminished scales, your different modes, Phrygian, Dorian, your minor modes, then you'll be able to. Those are your spices that you add on your guitar in your guitar playing: chromaticism, passing tones, leaping tones, all those good things. But it all kind of starts with the pentatonic scale, so it's very important to develop a nice foundation, and then also understanding your neck, your guitar neck, as far as fretboard identification in different keys, to be able to see what notes are sharp and flat, so we can eventually escape these pentatonic boxes, and then you can start making your own patterns and different things like that. So the key that I'm going to choose is E minor. It's pretty straightforward key, and you see it a lot in heavy metal. It's used very, very frequently. One of the most important keys to learn. So we're going to go straight into that, and I'm going to show you how to go about playing it. So I'm loading up this E minor pentatonic sheet here, which is going to give 5 patterns. So there are 5 patterns, and these are the ways that I've named the patterns here. I name them 4th string root, 2nd string root, 5th, 3rd, and 6th. And the way that I go about it is based on where those root notes are located. So the root notes are going to be the notes in white, and the circle, the blue circle that I drew, is going to show the note that I want to resolve to. So for example, so when I'm playing this 4th string root pattern, this is going to be the first pattern that we're going to discuss. And if I play it, I'm going to resolve to that note at the end. I'm just going to play ascending, descending, and then resolve back to the note there. And that pattern I'm going to have as the name as the 4th string root. So these are our fingerings here: 2 4 1 4 1 4 1 3 2 4 2 4. Now, when we're playing these patterns, it's important to kind of learn the fingerings, and that's where the different finger dexterity comes in. So this lesson is kind of like a bridge from the last lesson that we did. So you see here, there's a lot of 2 4 1 4 1 4 1 3 2 4 2 4. So those exercises that we did, well, with the string skipping, let's say 4 2. String crossing, 4 2 4 2 at the same time, 4 2 4 2 4 2 4 2. This is a place where you can practice it playing real music. So 2 4 1 4 1 4 1 3 2 4 2 4 4 2 4 2 3 1 4 1 4 1 4 2. And if we resolve on that G, then that minor pentatonic pattern becomes major, because the relative major of E minor is G major, because they both share a F sharp in them. So when we're playing this scale, the pentatonic pattern is 5 notes, and basically we're playing we're omitting the 2nd interval and the 6th interval. So if I go and write this scale, this E minor scale here, just use purple. So if I write this E minor scale: E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, and then D. You see it has an F sharp there. If I write a, and this will be my E minor scale. If I do a G major scale, it's going to be G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then to G. So you see that the common notes that those two keys have is that F sharp in them. So what this pentatonic scale does is it omits the second interval and the sixth interval. So then we have 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just writing the notes, not the intervals. So these are our notes here: G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, B, D, E, G, A. And what's great about these pentatonic scales is that you're able to mix around and play with them using different patterns, which is makes this scale very, very flexible. And it's only 5 notes. So these are the different patterns on the guitar neck. There's going to be 5 patterns to play with, and this was pattern number 1. So if we play this slowly again, I'm just resolved to that E. And the reason why I want to learn the pentatonic scales in this way is for transposition. So if I'm playing in a different key, let's just say A minor. So A minor, 4th string root, I know my A is on the 4th string is going to be on the 7th fret. D string, right? So I'm going to play that same pattern there that you see. And it's going to be the same exact pattern as there. So the other thing is, again, I want to resolve to that note E, even though there's that second E there on the 2nd string. I just prefer to call this one the 4th string root pattern and go from there. So I'm kind of looking at the reason why I named these patterns as in root notes is because of the bass, the lowest note or the lowest note on that in that key is going to give me that 4th string root. So for example, there is an E here on the 2nd fret 4th string, but there's also an E here on the 5th fret 2nd string. So I'm just going to select the lowest note, which is E here, and that's going to get the pattern here. And I don't do it for the 2nd string root because I'm just want to keep building my building blocks in this way. So if we're doing the 2nd string root, here's my 2nd string E here. I know there's an E on the 7th fret 5th string, but I'm going to still look at this as the 2nd string root pattern. So the way that we're going to play it is starting on the 5th fret 6th string, 1 3 1 3 1 3, and then we're going to do a half step shift with our index finger. So we're going to go out of the 5th position into the 4th position, which is going to be 4 7, and then we're going to shift back into the 5th position and play 5 8 and then 5 7. So and then just resolve back to that E here. And in a musical sense, when we're playing like actual good guitar soloing, or we're playing with different musicians or recording our own solo, nobody's going to be playing solos like linear, like this, like ascending, descending. And I'm going to show you how to get out of these patterns. But also, when we're playing this, playing our actual solos, we could play and start in any part of the neck, anywhere in the pattern, mix patterns, combine patterns, to different things like that. But this is just an introduction of how we can play these pentatonic scales accordingly. Okay, so the next one is going to be the 5th string root now. So we're here in the 7th position, and we're going to play it here. And just kind of resolve to that note. Next one is going to be the 3rd string root. So now we're in the 10th position here. So that's my E there. 3rd string root there. And then finally the 6th string root, which everybody plays. And then I'm just going to resolve the note like that. Right, so these are the ways that I'm going to look at and memorizing the pattern. And like I said, when we're transcribing into playing these in different keys, we're going to be able to visualize the guitar neck in these patterns a little bit more. And in the beginning, when you're playing guitar, it's very important to know the key that you're playing in and being able to play these patterns. But once you start getting more knowledge into music theory, you start getting more comfortable with the neck, seeing when notes are sharp or flat, then you can start adding different notes, which is going to go a little bit beyond the scope of this lesson. So I just kind of want to stick with these pentatonic patterns here. But this is the way that we're free of breaking out of the box. And what I want to do is just combine, just kind of go through these patterns and then play them in different keys. So we chose A minor, which is the 4th string root. So if we play A minor 2nd string root, which is here, you know, we play that 2nd string root pattern here, which is in E, it's in the 3rd position, but in A, it would be in the 10th position, but the same pattern. And so on and so forth. And then these patterns are linear in the sense that they follow each other one by one. So if that was the 2nd string root, before it is going to be the 4th string root. So the 2nd string root, before it's going to be the 4th string root. And then before the 4th string root, it just kind of cycles down to the 6th string root, right? And then after the 6th string root, then it's the 3rd string root here. And then this is going to make learning these pentatonic patterns very, very easy, and being able to play them in different keys. So definitely take the time to study these shapes and have them down in different keys, like be able to transcribe them, and then could just continue going down the neck. So if we're in A now, where we're going to do the 5th string root pattern here, and it's going to be the same pattern. And then you can always tell if you resolve to that note that's going to sound correct, because it's going to sound a lot like the pattern that you just played just sounds right. So if I'm playing an A minor 5th string root pattern, then I'm playing it wrong. You can get away with it playing different chromaticism and lowering certain notes. You can get away with it, but if I'm playing, let's say in like I'm trying to play A minor, and I play an E minor, it's going to sound off because those notes want to lead to the specific key that you're playing in, but technically there are certain notes that want to pull to other notes, and if it doesn't, if you're making mistakes or playing a pattern in a different key, that's going to affect your guitar solo and whatever's going on in the background with your rhythm. So playing these patterns is very important to be precise and to listen. Use your ear as a guide to listen and to be able to learn them. Now, I could go many different directions from here, where I can fill in different notes and fill in different modes and different things on this page, or I can show how to different licks on how to use these patterns, or I can show stacking these pentatonic patterns together, making runs, different combination of using pentatonic, diatonic, harmonic, and all these different things. But I think it still goes beyond the scope of this lesson here. So I'm going to just keep it very basic and be able to play these 5 patterns in this way. Now you can find these patterns anywhere. These are just patterns that I found that I help with students that are trying to learn to play lead guitar and learn the notes a bit better. So I advise just try to learn these patterns, learn some of the notes on the guitar, and then in the next lesson we can take a look at how we can add to these scales and do some of the things I'm talking about. Until next time, horns up and skål.